Hello and welcome on into Wyoming News Now Sports. I'm Aiden Greco. Let's kick things off this morning with an introduction to this week's Prep Athlete of the Week. Enjoying a perfect weekend in wrestling, Nikki Sumer from Burns High School has earned this week's commendation. Nikki won the 145-pound title at the Lady Doji Classic in Newcastle. While up against teams from both Wyoming and South Dakota, she went a perfect 4-0. And 3 of those came by pin in the first period. Come the championship match, never a doubt, she takes a 13-4 major decision and a title home with her. That boosts her record on the season to an eye-popping 23-3, really impressive the more and more you think about it. We caught up with Nikki on what it means to her to keep titles right here in Wyoming.
Well, I definitely think those South Dakota girls didn't think that Wyoming was there to bring it. I know that tournament used to be a South Dakota tournament, and then it came to Wyoming. And I didn't think they expected so much out of us Wyoming girls. And I think it proved with how many Wyoming girls did end up taking first and second. I definitely think I brought the heat, and that was needed.
And needed it was. Congratulations, Nikki. You are our Prep Athlete of the Week. From prep sports, though, to outdoor sports now, part of the thrill is the aspect of inherent risk, danger involved. But seldom do we think of the people whose job it is to keep us safe or rescue us when things go wrong, whether we're on the mat, in the pool, or on the slopes. Reporter Raylan Baker shares the story of a man whose life was saved by the Hogadon Ski Patrol. Thank you, Raylan. Heading over to some good old Wyoming basketball now. No action last night or tonight, but a doubleheader is coming our way. The Cowgirls are set to play tomorrow in Laramie Ice against the Air Force Falcons. Both teams support a 14-9 record, but the Cowgirls hold the upper hand in conference play at 8-3 to the Falcons 4-7. That game tips off at 6:30 tomorrow night. It's going to be a really cold night in Laramie. As for the Cowboys, they hit the road south to New Mexico to take on the Lobos. It's a tall task ahead, with the Lobos displaying an impressive 20-4 record and 12-1 in conference play. They lead the Mountain West in both points scored and scoring differential. That game tips off tomorrow at 8 p.m. The Denver Nuggets took the court in the Mile High City last night as they welcomed in the recently red-hot Portland Trail Blazers. Did I say red hot? That cooled down fast. The Nuggets came out firing on all cylinders against the Blazers, jumping out to a 15-point lead at the end of the first half. They never looked back. Nikola Jokic did Nikola Jokic things, scoring 40 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists in just 3 quarters. He didn't even touch the court in the fourth quarter. The Nuggets cruised past the Trailblazers 146-117, shooting a very impressive 65%. A 29-point victory for the hottest team in the NBA. The Nuggets will play one more game tomorrow before heading into the All-Star break. After that matchup, the Nuggets will enjoy a week off for the NBA All-Star break. Once again, Nikola Jokic is the lone Nugget representing the team, meaning just more work for the 3-time MVP, not enough time to hang out with his horses. He'll start at center for Charles Barkley's All-Star team, alongside MVP contender Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Karl Anthony Towns, and rising star Victor Wembanyama, to name just a few. The Nuggets will return to action after that on Thursday the 20th against the Charlotte Hornets. As for the Avalanche, their long break kicked off after an electrifying win over Edmonton on Friday. They now get a cool 2-week break for the Four Nations face-off. Teams of players from Finland, Sweden, Canada, and the United States are teaming up to play in a round-robin tournament. As for Avs players participating, reigning MVP Nathan MacKinnon and defensemen Cale Makar and Devon Taves are suiting up for Team Canada. We've also got Arturi Lehkonen is teaming up alongside his now former teammate and fellow Finn, Mikko Rantanen, for Team Finland. The Avs get back in action then on the 22nd against the Nashville Predators. With all the talk of a break, I think I need a break, y'all. So that's all I've got for sports, but I'll catch y'all later. Have a great morning.